So why would I buy all new contact points for this bike when it has perfectly good ones? It's because they greatly affect the way I feel when I'm connected to the bike. In this video series, I'm upgrading everything I can on this $2,000 bargain enduro bike to see if I can get it feeling and riding just as good as my 2023 Polygon Colossus N9 dream build. But I only have $1,000 total to do all the upgrades I want to this bike, and it's getting tight. So far, I've upgraded the wheels and tires, gone tubeless, I installed a Cushcore trail in the rear tire, went with lighter and faster rolling tires, I added metal brake pads for a stronger bite, replaced the 2-piston Tektro caliper with a 4-piston one, and added Shimano levers for that sweet Tech Mono feel. And last week, I upgraded the cassette, the chain ring, and added a chain guide to this bike. So far, all in, I think I'm just north of $600 for everything I've put on this bike. But I'm not done. Today I'll be changing every single contact point on the N7 to see if I can get it feeling just as good as my N9 dream build. My N9 starts with a super grippy set of Raceface Atlas pedals. They cost $180 a pair, but they're bomb-proof, super easy to maintain, and they have a lifetime warranty. It has an Ergon SM Enduro Comp saddle that's super light and comfy. I have the same seat on 2 of my bikes now and I'm really liking it. The handlebars on the N9 are 35mm Rise OneUp Carbon Bars. These are scientifically proven to be vertically compliant for that smooth and comfy ride, and horizontally stronger for more precise steering. And the grips are also from OneUp, but these are their skinny grips. I love these grips because they feel great with or without gloves. But once in a while on super long days in the park, I get a little bit of arm pump. That's why I'll be trying out these new OneUp thick grips on the N7. They're specifically designed to prevent arm pump. I hope they work. I love the way the 35mm carbon bars feel on the N9, but for the N7, I don't have a carbon budget. Luckily, OneUp just came out with these new 35mm aluminum bars. They have all the same science, they're just 100 grams heavier. And for a saddle, I'm gonna dip into my parts bin to see if I can just find the lightest one I can get my hands on. I'm only sitting down for about 10 minutes on this test loop, so I really don't care about it all that much. Let's see what the stock one weighs. And this one weighs... That's a pretty big difference for a seat. Finally, for pedals, I'm gonna stick with the OneUp Red theme and go with these composite pedals. They're super light and grippy. What else can you ask for? There we go, all set with the new look. Let's take the N7 out to the test loop to see how it rides, and if it's any faster. Okay, you guys know the drill by now. The goal is to beat the times that I set a few weeks ago with the N9. I did the climb in 10:31, and last week, after changing some things on the drivetrain, I was able to put down a 10:27. Let's see if that was just a fluke or if I can just keep setting the bar higher and higher. All right, there we go. Okay, drivetrain is shifting nice and smooth. Paddle strokes feeling nice and round. These pedals are so much grippier than the stock ones. Just keep your feet exactly where you want them so you can put the power down. That's the way it should be. So the seat's really comfortable. I know it's an OEM seat that comes on a lot of the bikes online bikes, but it's short, padded. It's actually really comfortable. I like them. The bars are nice and wide. Cut them down to 780mm, just like I like them. They feel exactly the way I'm used to. And the grips, well, they're just grips. They're a lot fatter than what I'm used to. Can't touch the tip of my fingers to my palms. That might be a good thing though on the descent. We'll see. Finally feeling at home on this bike. This is great. Okay. I got 10:28. Oh man, just a second off my fastest time. This bike feels great now. 10:28, It's not as good as last week, but that's super close. I'm so excited to ride this bike with all the contact points that finally match my riding style. The time to beat is 3:08. Let's go.
Oh yeah, woo, just bouncing all over. Oh yeah, better. I'll slow down the rear shock a little bit. And the seat gets out of the way. It doesn't buck me. So good. Yeah. Push, push, push. Push, push, push.
Sick. 2:55. I beat my PR and I beat the time I set with the N9. And I still haven't dialed in the suspension. That's coming next week. Let's just keep smashing this time. Riding this trail every week is definitely working in my favor. And this bike is finally starting to feel like mine. Okay, back to the shop. I love the shorter seat. It just gets out of the way. The old one was bigger, bulkier in the back and just kept bumping me in the rear end. The pedals are just perfect. The pins are grippy and they just keep my feet exactly where they need to be. They're only plastic though, so who knows how long they're gonna last. But then again, they're only 30 bucks, so. I love the 35mm rise OneUp bars, and that's no surprise. I run them on all my bikes. What did surprise me though, is that these aluminum bars feel exactly like the carbon ones. They're super smooth, they take a lot of the trail chatter out, while still giving me a ton of strength in the steering. They're just a little heavier, but who cares? And how about these fat grips? They feel a lot different than what I'm used to because all my bikes have skinny grips. But I think all that added padding is working and it's adding to reducing the trail chatter. I can't really say yet if they'll alleviate the arm pump because this test loop's so short. So I'll have to report back to you guys when I take them out on a nice long ride. All right, wheels and tires, brakes, drivetrain, all the contact points. I guess the only thing to do on this bike is suspension. And if you want to bounce to next week, click on this video right here. See you there. That was so cheesy. Man.